If you think kidney stones are only caused by not drinking enough water, you are making a mistake that could lead to the most excruciating pain of your life. Kidney stone pain is often described by patients as being worse than childbirth or broken bones. Today, we are going to dive deep into the 5 specific foods that urologists warn against, especially for those over the age of 40. Before we begin, remember that this information is for educational purposes only. If you are experiencing acute pain, please consult with a board-certified urologist, as individual needs can vary. Food 1. High oxalate foods. The first category involves some of the most healthy items in the modern diet, specifically spinach, rhubarb, and almonds. To understand why these are risky, we have to look at how stones actually form in the body. About 80% of all kidney stones are made of calcium oxalate, a naturally occurring compound found in plants. Under normal circumstances, your body processes the nutrients while the kidneys filter out the waste safely. However, when you consume excessive amounts of high oxalate foods, the concentration in your urine becomes too high. The oxalate begins to seek out calcium in your urinary tract, and when they bind together, they form tiny crystals. Over time, these crystals act like magnets, attracting more minerals and growing into a hard, jagged stone. For seniors, the kidneys may not filter as efficiently, making this crystallization process happen even faster. You don't necessarily have to eliminate these foods entirely, but urologists often recommend a strategy called calcium pairing. This means eating a calcium-rich food, like yogurt, with your greens so they bind in the stomach. Instead of the kidneys, food 2, excessive sodium. Moving to our second culprit, we find something hidden in almost every processed food: excessive sodium. Salt is perhaps the biggest hidden trigger for kidney stones because its connection to your kidneys is direct and dangerous. When you eat a high-sodium diet, it forces your kidneys to excrete more calcium into your urine. This is a physiological process called hypercalciuria, where the salt drags extra calcium along with it. Once that extra calcium is in the kidneys, it's just waiting to find an oxalate molecule to bind with and start growing. For the 40 to 70 age demographic, managing sodium is critical because the body's ability to regulate electrolytes shifts with age. You must look beyond the salt shaker and check processed meats, canned soups, and even healthy frozen dinners. Reducing your daily intake to under 2,300 milligrams can significantly lower your stone risk and improve your overall health. Food 3, animal protein. Our third food group is one that many people over 60 rely on for strength, but it may be working against them: excessive animal protein. While protein is essential for muscle mass, an over-reliance on meat, poultry, and eggs increases the acidity of your urine. When your urine becomes highly acidic, it creates the perfect environment for uric acid stones to form and grow. Furthermore, animal proteins reduce the levels of urinary citrate, which is your body's natural stone fighter. Citrate is a chemical that prevents crystals from sticking together, and by eating too much steak, you are lowering this natural defense. Urologists suggest balancing animal protein with plant-based sources like legumes, which do not have the same acidifying effect. Food 4, added sugars. Our fourth item is a staple of modern snacks and drinks: added sugars and high fructose corn syrup. Many people are surprised by the sugar-stone link, but the science behind it is very clear and concerning. Diets high in fructose increase the excretion of calcium and uric acid while interfering with magnesium absorption. Magnesium is another vital mineral that helps prevent stone formation, so losing it makes you more vulnerable. For seniors, managing sugar is also vital for preventing type 2 diabetes, which has a strong link to stone recurrence. When you spike your insulin with sugary snacks, you are indirectly telling your kidneys to change their chemistry in favor of stones. Food 5, vitamin C supplements. Finally, we must talk about vitamin C supplements, which is controversial because we are told they boost the immune system. However, for those prone to stones, high-dose supplements are a major red flag that you should be aware of. When your body processes high amounts of vitamin C, a significant portion of it is converted directly into oxalate waste. Studies show that men taking 1,000 milligrams or more daily have a significantly higher risk of developing calcium oxalate stones. In food form, vitamin C comes with water and phytonutrients that mitigate the risk, but concentrated pills can overwhelm the kidneys. As we age, we often look for supplements to boost health. But in the case of kidney stones, more is definitely not better. Conclusion. The key to protecting your kidneys after 60 is balance, awareness, and making small but impactful changes to your daily diet. You don't have to live in fear of your food, but you do need to understand the chemical impact of what you consume. By moderating oxalates, slashing sodium, and being cautious with supplements, you are giving your kidneys the best chance to remain clear. Remember, the goal is to keep your urine diluted and your mineral levels balanced through proper nutrition and hydration. Take control of your kitchen today, and you can avoid the waiting room of the urology clinic tomorrow. Stay proactive, stay informed, and most importantly, listen to what your body is telling you about the fuel. You provide it.